Pump it up, pump it up.
Trae.
Come on, come on.
With Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
It's the day with
This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peace that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
What's up, everyone? Grand rising to all of y'all. Welcome to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday, joining you from my home studio today. But of course, we don't sleep to bring you some great content here on the Day with Trae. And I'm excited because it, of course, is Thursday. So we got our very first This and That Thursday up for y'all today with our resident stylist, Jerica Tucker, in this place to be. She's going to be telling us all about some amazing finds that we can get if we get right down there to Macy's at South Center. And I will say, it is always a pleasure to be with her. So I'm so excited to see what she has for us in store today. But of course, y'all know it is the top of the show. Please tag and share the stream with folks who can benefit from all the great things we're doing here. Of course, y'all know we've been talking about that daily dose of dopeness, and that continues this season. Please make sure you are tagging and sharing the stream. I want to give a huge shout out to those who are doing that. We appreciate you so much. Well, before I get into it later today with Jerica, I want to just say that when life hits you, what do you do? Now, we hear from Haru Trae Amen on Mindfulness Mondays, every first Monday of the month, about some of the ways that we can make sure we are dealing with those stress responses that we have in our lives. And I was recently hit by a life, event, and it makes you have to pivot. And I was so grateful to share with you all how I was able to actualize and implement all the things that we've been talking about by bringing you those segments here on the show. Breathing in the right circumstances, and when situations seem like they're out of your control, controlling your breath is the one thing you can always do. And we've been talking about it. So I said, I need to get personal with y'all today and share that I was able to control my breath. I was able to be in a state of peace amidst a personal challenge recently this week that actually has me here in the home studio with all of y'all. But I'll say this. When I'm able to actualize something that I'm learning, right? It moves from some type of intellectual basis or understanding something kind of like, oh, I get it, the logistics of it. I get how that could help me, to then actually experiencing the benefits of it helping me during a challenge. The idea is that we get to control our emotion is real. Yes, we are all hit with life events that could bring about levels of frustration or anger or sadness or grief. But when you understand that throughout all of it, I actually have the choice to choose peace in this moment. There's something that it's hard to describe to all of y'all about what you experience on the back end of choosing peace when there is a life challenge or a life event that happens that oftentimes would be associated with a very specific emotional response. And that's just something that we have learned over the course of time in our lives, right? There's certain responses that we've cultivated in terms of, how we identify ourselves within our personalities, right? For some of us, that's our astrological sign or other things that have been anchors for us in terms of who we have identified ourselves as and how we show up in the rest of the world. So also it has something to do with how people receive us in the world. But the beautiful thing is that, over the course of these like 4, I don't know, almost 5 years or so, learning a lot about the practices that our ancient ancestors held so dear and true as the foundation of civilization was understanding that we have the choice to choose peace We have the choice to be aligned with the divine faculties within us that allow us to then have some very specific ways of cultivating and reprogramming ourselves to have a peaceful response when a stressor event happens in our lives or some type of life event, right? It's also about how you identify those things in your life. And so identifying it as, oh man, here comes a stressor, or oh man, here comes a trigger for me. How you identify it is also key. The other night, I was able to talk a bit about this in terms of how we identify, these certain events in our lives and how we associate ourselves with the term sacrifice. And I want to bring this to y'all because at times you think of something in terms of a sacrifice as something that you have to give up, right? Oh man, I have to let go of this thing. I have to give up this thing. I have to let not do this thing. And so there it comes with this kind of negative connotation oftentimes of like, man, I'm letting go of something that I really love. But the beauty of understanding that there is something so much greater that you're gaining by giving up certain things in your lives to actualize your spiritual development or your mindfulness practices, whatever that is for you, right? There is so much more of a benefit that you gain. So shout out to my spiritual study group.
Seattle Opera presents X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X. The story of one of the most misunderstood figures in U.S. history comes to McCall Hall for an exceptional night at the opera. Pulitzer Prize-winning composer Anthony Davis produces an American classic with influences from classical music, jazz, pop, blues, and more. Don't miss X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X, February 24th through March 9th at McCall Hall. Details at seattleopera.org.
A new COVID vaccine is here. It's designed to help prevent the COVID variants that we're seeing spreading now. Even if you got COVID before or got COVID booster shots and the vaccine, it's important to get this new vaccine. It's safe to get the COVID shot and the flu shot at the same time. Get both to prevent serious illness this fall and winter.
Jordan. You may have heard my voice on Hits 106.1 or seen me on Converge Media, but now I'm coming to TV. I'm hosting the newest show on Fox 13 called Back to Basa. Check us out every weekend for the hottest topics, interviews, the latest trends, and uplifting stories. We're going to have so much fun, and teens, we got you too. Back to Basa Saturday nights, 10:30 on Fox 13, and Sundays at 10 a.m. on Fox 13 Plus.
You on my mind a lot, don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got you in my party spot. Yeah, that's babe, need you every day. You seem like the barging down, got my heart no barging in. From the bed to the floor to the couch, might wake the neighbors up. Break you in and break you out. In the end, we gon' make a child. Then we gon' hit the shower. Part 2, we don't need no pause. Misty, we gon' get tipsy, don't need a power shot.
Copy my steel, face the fact that copy my steel, face the fact.
A big day here at Lumen Field.
Throws it over the top. Metcalf. Touchdown. Seahawks. And it is picked off. The fans are in the stands. They've got their towels.
Walker gets the handoff. He goes in untouched. Dalton gets hit in the backfield. He goes down. Keep bringing it, 12. Keep bringing it. The Seahawks win the game.
Seattle Opera presents X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X. The story of one of the most misunderstood figures in U.S. history comes to McCall Hall for an exceptional night at the opera. Pulitzer Prize-winning composer Anthony Davis produces an American classic with influences from classical music, jazz, pop, blues, and more. Don't miss X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X, February 24th through March 9th at McCall Hall. Details at seattleopera.org.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Day with Trae. I am your resident stylist, Jerica Tucker, here with some finds. We're not quite sure what is going to, just a moment. Just give us a second, give us some things. We'll get Trae back in here. But you have me, and let's still get into these finds for the day. So, if you notice and have been looking at the weather, you will know that it is going to get cold in Seattle just this week. 12 degrees, 34 degrees, all of those things. So you're going to have to stay warm. So today we're going to talk some things that are cold weather, okay? My favorites that are cold weather. Now, one thing I love to do is accessorize. So I'm always going to add a hat. I will add a belt. I will add all of these things to just complete my look, but also keep me warm. Okay. So a couple of things. Let's get into hats. So I'm very much into fedoras. Okay. Steve Madden has come out with such a cute fedora. This is gray. It has the cute embellishments of the design for the bow there for you. You can adjust the size in the inside as well. And again, you have a beautiful gray felt look. You have this beautiful bow embellished here on the side in those rhinestones. It's going to be a great, great look. And then, of course, because you have the gray, we're going to bring it to you in black. Okay. Again, Steve Madden has come through with some really, really cute designs. Look how that is sitting on that hat. I mean, it's so beautiful. It will complete any look. We'll just put it here. Let's see and just continue to pull it down. You can move it around. It has that cute little embellishment there again, so you can wear it with any outfit and just complete those. For my girlies that like the dad caps, ball caps, this is so beautiful. I don't know if you can see, but it is satin lined in the inside. So again, satin lined hats for you here in the inside here at Macy's. And again, we're at Macy's South Center. So have that beautiful smiley face here on the top to just kind of give it that gorgeous, give it that really calm, peaceful beginning of the year look, right? And this is going to be that nice camel, that nice tan color. And it's so beautiful as well. Check this out. It is that nice, soft, fluffy, little fleece type material here. So you're going to get something comfy. You're going to get something cozy. You're going to get something that is cute for the beginning of the year. I know for me, for the beginning of the year, I always think cool tones, calm colors, And then we still have a couple of sets left from the holiday. So if you need a hat and a glove combo, this is definitely the time to come and get your sets. These sets are going to take you through. You can gift them if you like, but keep them for yourself. Again, they're saying it's going to snow next week in Seattle. So let's get prepared for that warm weather. We have some really fun ones as well. So check that plaid out. And this one is going to be so cute. And the inside, it has that tan leatherette for you. So it's going to be something very soft, but also very stylish. So again, with these looks, some of the things that we like to do with looks when we accessorize, right, is put on belts. Let me show you one of my favorite here. So Steve Madden has, hey Trae, have you
There
been
I
seeing
am.
all these great finds?
Yeah, I love this. I love that you're preparing us for the weather, Jerica. Sorry, everyone, my entire internet crashed. Glad I could come back here with this cell phone. Go ahead, Jerica. Take it away.
Right. So this cute belt, you can put this on. It's going to be your fanny pack as well, but it's also a belt. So you have two uses out of this. And of course, on the back here, you can pull it right through. So if you want to utilize the belt without having the fanny pack attached, that's cool. But if you can think, you have your fanny pack belt, you have your really cute plush hat here, nice plush material, something to just kind of get you through to these cold days. Did you hear that it was going to snow next week here in Seattle, Trey?
I just logged in and heard that piece. I'm telling you, I'm not sure if I'm prepared. So I really might have to come down there and see you with some of these offerings you have.
Yes. And then some of the cute things we have as well. So we all love a good shawl. This one has a hood on it. So how cool is that to be able to layer your outfits on the outside with these shawls? And I'll show you a really cute way to wear them as well. Look how beautiful this is. So calm. For January, I always think peaceful colors, calm colors to take me into those pinks and red I'm going to be doing for February. So I'll show you wear that shawl right after I show you my favorite shoes. Okay. So, one of the things that are very popular this week or this season are the stacked Uggs, right? And we have them right here in store. We have them in the nubuck, that camel. We also have a really cute black stacked Ugg, and it has the cute Velcro on it. And look, it has a little sale tag, 30% off Uggs right now. So again, those comfy shoes. And then when we talk about it snowing and getting cold, one thing we want to do is get what we like to call our duck boots, right? So these are going to be nice rubber set Ugg makes a pair. We have several different brands that create the same boot, and it's going to have some fleece lining in the inside as well. So when you're thinking comfort, when you're thinking cold weather and those things, these are going to be some of the pieces that you're going to want to have in your closet. And then as I remove the mic a little bit, I'm going to show you how to wear this shawl, okay?
Yeah, get us right, Jerica, because I think sometimes too people have to see it to believe it, right? And I think sometimes for me, I know I get bold with my layering, and I love to do stuff that people actually don't do. And so things with the shawls is they can be done in so many different ways, right? I mean, you could throw it up over the shoulder, you could wear
Yes.
it in a different way. Yeah, yeah,
Continue to
absolutely.
you can throw all of the parts up if you like and just create a nice comfy little house for yourself while you're walking in this cold Seattle weather. You can wear it down, a little bit of versatility. Of course, I love to throw it right over like I'm using it as a scarf, continue to tuck it, continue to throw it all different kind of ways. And then if you like or having one of those days where you wear something underneath, I do like to kind of cross it a little bit and maybe pin it and wear this as a shirt or wear it, as a main piece. So still wear something underneath if I like, but then just start pinning it, put a brooch on it, do some things, and you can create so many different looks, so many different ways that you can throw this shawl, and all of them do it. The black one will, it has the hood. So all of the different things that you can create with these shawls is going to keep you warm for the winter time and keep you ready for that cold Seattle.
Well, it's look also looks like your lavender is going really well with those soft tones in the shawl. I think too, being able to kind of play with the colors is also a part of the flexibility of shawls, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can continue to layer. Once you come out of this, you still have a cute outfit underneath. You can play with so many different colors that are even in the shawl. And like you said, complementary, like this lilac that's going to get you through. I love the cool tones for January. Just kind of brings in that peace, brings in that calm. Like you were saying earlier with the breathing, it's one of those things wearing those light colors and those light materials that just kind of brings that back for me. That it's like, okay, I'm calm, I'm in my peace. And like everyone likes to say, they're soft air. So it just makes me feel really soft, makes me feel really calm and peaceful, and it provides that space for me to say, you know what, I am going to breathe through it. I look cute. I'm going to feel that peace inside, and this is how we're going to get through this cold winter.
Oh, Jerica, thank you so much for stepping in and bringing us back from break and also bringing us some great finds for our This and That Thursday segment. Always great to have you right there. Of course, let the folks know how they can connect with you right there.
Thank you so much. You can always find me here every Thursday on This and That Thursdays, and some new things that are coming up to you soon that you will see as well here on Fridays at the Day with Trae. But you can catch me at Jerica the Stylist on IG, and you can always find me at Macy's South Center here in Tukwila.
Oh, thanks so much, Jerica. Appreciate you. See you next week.
See ya. Thank you.
Always a great time with Jerica. And I'm so grateful to those of you who stuck around during that long commercial break. We're going to take a quick commercial break right now. And I'm going to recap all this and finish my thought because my internet deceived me. I'm going to finish my thought right after this short break. Y'all stay tuned. You're watching A Day with Trae.
Seattle Opera presents X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X. The story of one of the most misunderstood figures in U.S. history comes to McCall Hall for an exceptional night at the opera. Pulitzer Prize-winning composer Anthony Davis produces an American classic with influences from classical music, jazz, pop, blues, and more. Don't miss X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X, February 24th through March 9th at McCall Hall. Details at seattleopera.org.
A new COVID vaccine is here. It's designed to help prevent the COVID variants that we're seeing spreading now. Even if you got COVID before or got COVID booster shots and the vaccine, it's important to get this new vaccine. It's safe to get the COVID shot and the flu shot at the same time. Get both to prevent serious illness this fall and winter. Welcome back, everyone, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. I just want to thank y'all. I don't know what was going on. They're doing a lot of construction in my area. So thank you so much for bearing with me today. But I was sharing that it's so important for us to actualize these practices as we have them in our lives and to remember that that's really what they're there for. So if you do meditation or yoga or you do some type of intentional breathing, it's so good for us to do it in the moment. So I'm grateful that we actually get to experience the benefits of that. What I was saying before it cut me off was I was getting to how we identify the term sacrifice. And I was giving a huge shout out to my spiritual community for us having this great discussion this week around how we identify the term sacrifice. Oftentimes it is like a deficit. We're seeing something that we have to lose or something that, we have to not do anymore. It's like, oh man, I'm giving up drinking and remember all these great things, but then you start to feel so much greater on the other side. Or hey, I'm gonna quit smoking, or I'm gonna quit this thing, like even if it's like watching excessive TV, right? Whatever it is, we're quitting something, but we're gaining something. And so the idea is that we get to formulate in our minds how we want to identify with these terms that already have these different kind of connotations attached to them, but we get to change the way that we associate these terms in our lives. And so I identifying it for me that a sacrifice means I'm actually making space in my life for something greater or something of a higher purpose in my world. The idea that we get to associate it and change it for ourselves is exactly the same ways that we've been talking about our stress responses on Mindfulness Monday with Haru Chayazamin. And I this week going through a life event that was like out of the blue, you don't expect it, but how I respond to it is all within my control. And I just want to share with you, as I'm not only on this growth journey when it comes to fitness. So y'all will see this week we have an amazing new segment we're going to be bringing y'all. But it's so much more than that, because how I'm working on, transforming myself, not only on the outside, but definitely on the inside. What does that look like in the times of, life events, or in the times of challenge, in the middle of it, in the heart of it? What am I doing to actualize all of those lessons and those visualizations that I'm having during my meditations? What am I doing now to actualize it? So I just want to share that with you all today. As Jerica was preparing us for this cold weather, we're definitely experiencing a bit more of a briskness in the wind and in the air. When it gets crisp like that, I'm always like, snow is on the horizon. So we always love to make sure that we remind you to take care of yourself during the cold season. Make sure you get your water, get your stocked up, so you don't have to be out there on those icy roads. And, if you can, look out for your neighbors, especially our elders, the ones who are living sometimes by themselves. Are we caring for them? Do they have what they need? Is there any way that you can support them? Be on the lookout for that as well. Well, I'm going to wrap up all of this greatness. A huge shout out to Jerica Tucker, our resident stylist, for being with us today and sharing some amazing finds right there at Macy's South Center. If you have not already gone there for a personal shopping experience, I encourage you to go ahead and work with Jerica. She will show you all of the accessories and all of the ways that you can prepare yourself for this cold weather. There is a really great deal on shoes, as she said there, with the 30% off of the Uggs right now. If you're looking for that warm feel with those Uggs, please, now is the time to get them. I know I got me some, so I'm just sharing. It's a good time to do that. But of course, as always, let's be inspired. You can see, Jerica stepped up, came through after the break to bring y'all those finds. And it's amazing to have such a solid team here on the Day with Trae, where we can all tap in when we need to. And thank you all for watching. Let's be inspired and find our ways to be part of the solutions out there. For me, y'all know, until tomorrow at 11 a.m. Peace. Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.